Hi,
Hello.
welcome back to MD Toys and Merch.
Today we wanted to do something a bit more fun and relaxed on the channel and go through our pressed penny collection. A majority of these pennies we grabbed on our trip overseas in Japan, but there's some other ones from other places overseas as well. We got lots of different designs here, a lot from Universal Studios Japan and Disneyland and Pokemon. So it'd be really cool to go through them all and reminisce a bit of all the adventures we've had over the past couple of years.
We'll get the album sorted first. These are just some plastic sleeves that came with the penny album. We did purchase this on Amazon. We tried to purchase a pressed pennies album when we were overseas in Japan. They were a little bit difficult to come by. There was obviously some at Disneyland and Universal Studios, but they were quite small and maybe held about 10 to 20 pennies. As you can see, I think we have a few more than 10 to 20.
The other thing with the albums that we found while in Japan is that a lot of them were themed to a certain character or a certain show, and we kind of wanted a more general album because we were getting so many pushed pennies while we were in Japan.
These are the last three that took so much more effort than initially anticipated. Now the album is ready for our pressed pennies. We'll show these off to you guys. We can start with our pressed pennies from Disneyland in Tokyo, Japan. This pressed penny here is from Disney Sea, actually, in Tokyo, Japan. And this was from the Aladdin section. It's got the main building with the palm trees there. And they actually have a restaurant in the Aladdin section that looks exactly like this. It was one of our favorite places at Disney Sea, so that's why we got one of the pressed pennies of the Aladdin theme. Our first pressed penny into the album. Another pressed penny from Disney Sea in Tokyo, Japan is this Fantasy Springs pressed penny. We actually got a couple of the Fantasy Springs designs, and the other Fantasy Springs ones that we have is this one here. Not all of these pressed pennies did we get from Tokyo Disney Sea. We purchased these at train stations, sometimes in the hotel lobbies, at stores, so they're quite widely accessible in Japan. And this is the last Fantasy Springs, which just has the really nice branding and the writing there, and is a nice momentum.
Since M started with the Disney ones, let's keep on going. This one here is also from Disney Sea, and it looks like this one might actually be Atlantica from The Little Mermaid. This was one of M's favorite spots. We took heaps of photos there, and I think we were there for about 2 hours just exploring it all. But they done a really cool job at Disney Sea. The theming was impeccable. We'll put this one in the album now as well. I'm trying now to just find the other Disney ones so they can all go together. This one is the Disney Resort line. So like Em was mentioning before, we probably got this from one of the monorail stations. Is that the dog from Peter Pan?
It's Nana from Peter Pan.
I thought it was. I thought they looked familiar.
And it's also got 2024 up the top.
Fun fact with these pressed pennies is I think they rotate them throughout the year. One time when we were at a book off, we saw a whole section of previous year's pennies. So they must rotate them throughout the year. And I guess if you're really into collecting them, it gets you back to the park every few months to see whichever ones are new there. Let's slot her in as well. There we go. Let's grab another Disneyland themed one. And it's got Mickey here. It looks like he's piloting a ship, and it says 41st anniversary. But there we go. That's really nice. It's always nice to have one with Mickey on it. Let's add this one to the album as well. And we'll do one more Disneyland themed one. This one here has got Chip and Dale on it, and it looks like it's themed after the Donald event that was happening while we were there. I think it was his birthday. So they had a lot of Donald themed, I think a lot of the characters were dressed up as Donald, and they had a lot of Donald themed food and merchandise as well. So it's cool to get a medallion of that event.
I promise that we'll move on to some medallions shortly outside of the Disney section, but we have this one here, medallion of Pooh Bear, that was actually in the Pooh's Honey Hunt ride gift store. They had so much merchandise from the gift store with Winnie the Pooh and all of his friends from the 100 Acre Woods, and it was really nice, but there was just nothing that really caught our eye for the price we were willing to pay. And Pooh's Honey Hunt was such a fun ride. We ended up doing this twice. We absolutely loved it, and it was so nice that they had a small medallion dispenser to be able to purchase some sort of memorabilia at a decent price. I think we were paying maybe $2 to $3 Australian dollars, which is a fair price for a small medallion considering everything was incredibly expensive at the gift store.
I think that one there, the Pooh's Honey Hunt medallion, was actually what got us into collecting the medallions while we were there as well.
It was really exciting every time we went into a different store, whether it be at Universal Studios or Disneyland, and we would always look and beeline to the medallion souvenir first. I think that's all of the Disney medallions that we have. Hopefully we're not missing any, but I might hand over to Dee to show off our Nintendo medallions.
We'll start with our USJ themed medallions, and you'll notice a theme that most of them are Nintendo themed from Super Nintendo World. Here we've got one with both DK and Mario themselves on the medallion with the Super Nintendo World logo on there. This is just a really nice, pretty basic one, but it's just so cool seeing those two characters together. There we go, that's a really nice one. Let's add this one into the collection. There we go. Let's grab another Nintendo themed one. This one has Toad on it. Very cute. They must rotate the characters that are in the medallions because we've kind of got a random hodgepodge of characters. Some I feel pretty important characters aren't here, but a lot of the really cool and cute ones are here as well. So let's add Toad here as well. This one has got Luigi and Diddy Kong on it, very similar to the Mario and DK one that we just showed off, with the logo in the middle as well.
I really like that you can see Diddy's tummy poking out of his t-shirt on this medallion.
Yeah, really cute. And here is another Super Nintendo World USJ themed one with DK and Diddy on it. Both of the best friends together.
Only now have we just realised how many Nintendo medallions we purchased. Here's one of Princess Peach, and it looks like she's holding a bouquet of flowers looking down on her dress, which has a cute little butterfly on it. There's so much detail that put into these small medallions. So here's one of Peach, got to add her to the collection. And then we have some racing car ones from obviously the Mario games. We have this one here that has Yoshi. It's also got a lightning bolt and it just says Mario Kart Universal Studios Japan. We did in fact actually ride the Mario Kart ride. The line was 85-minute wait time, but we only ended up waiting about 40 minutes, so that worked in our favour. And here's another racing one. However, this one is of Toad.
It looks like it's got Toad with the blue shell. I hope he's not going to get hit by it.
That's a really cool one of Toad.
We also have one more Mario Kart one for the collection here. This one's got Mario in his cart, and it looks like there's a banana next to him as well. It's got the same logos as the other one. And I've just seen another Mario themed one here. This has got Mario and Luigi, the two brothers, with their arms crossed, and the same USJ logo and a Super Nintendo World logos. Love this art of them.
This is such a cute one here. We have of Charlie Brown and Snoopy. This was actually from Universal Studios Japan as well, in the Snoopy section inside the gift store, and we were really excited that they had a medallion souvenir that you could get of these pressed pennies. The next collection is probably my favorite. This is the Jurassic Park or the Jurassic World pressed medallions from Universal Studios Japan. This one here has the big T-Rex on it, and the amount of detail is just absolutely insane. It's so pretty. It's even got all of its teeth and its eyes, everything. It's just amazing. So this is definitely one of my favorites. We did get every single type in the Jurassic World section, so I'll hand over to Dee to show off our other dinosaur medallions.
Let's check out the other few Jurassic World or Jurassic Park medallions as well. This one's got a pterodactyl on it. And like Em was saying, we're really impressed with the details of the Jurassic Park ones. All of the Jurassic World ones will look really, really nice all together, I reckon, once they're all in the album. And the last Jurassic World one and the last USJ one is this one here of, I believe this is a Stegosaurus. Looking really, really nice. Again, the details are just insane. Even just here on its head, you can see all the little indents and everything. Crazy stuff what they can do on these pressed pennies. It looks really, really nice. The next few here are Pokemon themed medallions. We got these in Japan as well from a few Pokemon centers that we visited. This one has got Eevee and its evolution Sylveon on it with the Pokemon logo at the bottom. This makes me think if maybe they had some pushed pennies which had the other evolutions as well, but the one we've got here is of Sylveon. Next up, we've got another Pokemon medallion here. This one's got both Pikachu and Eevee on it. Pretty much the mascots of Pokemon at this point. I think Eevee has pretty much solidified itself as the second mascot along with Pikachu. But it's really cute seeing these two guys together. They're looking really nice.
We also have this Pokemon medallion here, which has the starter Pokemon from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Which one is your favorite, Em?
My favorite is Quaxly for sure. He has the best hairdo.
Fuecoco and Sprigatito are looking good as well.
We're looking forward to getting some more, hopefully in our future travels to Japan.
So that pretty much wraps it up for all of the pressed pennies from Japan. We've got a few here that are from other places overseas. Some of these we got ourselves, and then other ones are from our family members that have gone on holidays because they know we like to collect these things. We've got this one that says Santa Cruz on it, and it's got one of those really big, beautiful churches on there. The architecture on those are insane. I can't believe they were built like that just so many years ago. Truly a marvel of engineering. Let's grab this one next. This one looks to have a tram on it, and at the bottom it says Braga. This was definitely given to us by some of our family members that went on holidays to Europe recently. And they were telling us all about these trams actually and all the different places they visited. So it's really cool to have something from their holidays as well. Second last one here, we've got a pushed penny from Europe, this one from Portugal, and it's got what looks like a turkey on it. We're wearing a really nice little outfit here. I really, really like this one. This is a really cool one. Glad we get to add this one to the collection. And last, we've got this one here that is also from Braga, which is the same place from the penny 2 pennies ago. But this one seems to have gotten damaged a little bit in the machine, and it looks a bit scuffed up, unfortunately. This is another one that one of our family members gave us. Okay, that's it.
So this is the pressed penny collection so far, starting 2025. Hopefully we can purchase some more in the future for our travels and make another video of showing off all of our new pressed pennies and adding them to the collection.
We hope you've enjoyed this more chilled out, reminiscing episode on our channel. If this is something you liked, like Em said, the next time we grab a big bunch of these on our next trip, we'll definitely do an update video and slot them in the album. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. We'll see you next week with some more unboxing goodness. Bye.
Bye.